Welcome to a frigid Bowling Green, Kentucky, where former Conference USA foes are set to collide. The Florida Atlantic Owls have left the sun and warmth of the Sunshine State for the bitter cold conditions of the Commonwealth as they prepare to take on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And welcome courtside to a substantially warmer EA Diddle Arena, everybody. Alongside my partner, John Butler, I'm Cruz Martin. And John, both of these teams are completely different than they were a season ago, but they've changed in their own unique ways. Jackson, pull-up jumper. And the first 2 points of the afternoon go to the Owls.
Yeah, good 2-on-1 fast break. Good job that time by Jackson, reading the defense. Little pull-up 5-footer.
Swings it over to Jackson. She had 12 points, Jackson did, in that overtime win against Wright State. She'll launch a three and beats the shot clock buzzer.
Yeah, that was a contested three. That wasn't easy as well.
It was Zahira Arizmendi who turned it over. And how about this dunk for Silva? Off the hand of Onuwa.
Nice play.
And it goes right into James.
Nice play. Good read. That was a good read by Talegdi. The defensive player had a back turn to the ball and just throw it up. And James, really good leaper. Good read and good finish by James.
3-point possession for the Hilltoppers. 13 on the shot clock. Ball almost got away from Callie Rose West. He's pinned up against that baseline. And now James has to try to create with 4. And got it to go. Corner 3 on the way. Gowert's able to knock it in.
I mean, that's what she does well. She's a really good shooter. She had 17 last year when she played at New Mexico State against WKU. Well, got a big mismatch on the block.
Silva popped Walker. And that backed Walker off as she grabbed her mouth. There was nothing that Walker could do as Silva puts that one up and in. And the Hilltoppers doing a great job at the top of that 2-3 zone. Walker on the catch, had it blocked by Silva. West the handoff, James looking to curl, covered up nicely by Karstensen. Down to 10 on the timer. Schelling, long 3, and she banks it in.
Don't think she aimed to do that, but you take them when they go in.
Tia Schelling, just 5 of 19 from three-point land coming into this game.
About had another steal.
Jackson swings it. Karstensen was covered up nicely by Ahirfua. Now she'll get a look at 3 and knocks it in.
Yeah, that's what she does well. Shoots 45% from 3. And she is a really, really good three-point shooter.
She hit 5 threes in the game at Michigan State a season ago. She can stroke it from out there.
You know, transfer from DePaul. There's 2 DePaul transfers on FAU's team.
Her alongside Haley Walker.
Good move that time by Talegdi.
Jackson, pull-up jumper, and that one.
Yeah, that's her game right there. Much better pull-up player than a three-point shooter.
Karstensen across the timeline, down to 11. And Simmons will take it out with 9. Down to 6, it's taken away by Schelling. Schelling in transition on Simmons. Puts it up and in. And that will take us to the halftime locker room. A steal and a score by Tia Schelling to put Western Kentucky up 6 as we head to halftime. Florida Atlantic scored 17 points in the first half against Wright State in their previous matchup. They turned around and scored 20 points coming out of the locker room in the third quarter. So this is a Florida Atlantic team that likes to turn it on when the second half rolls around. And we'll see if this one holds true as well. Moore's first shot attempt of the afternoon.
Well,
and she knocks it in.
We talked about that. She's going to have to get some shots off.
Silva against Donua, gives it back off James, attacking the rack.
Good drive that time by Tori James. Toughest call in the game is the charge block.
To the corner, Moores again, and got another one.
You think she was listening to our halftime show? Because she's come out and made back-to-back threes.
And the Owls have found some momentum. Arizmendi got all the way to the 10.
Tough shot.
It's a 4-point Owls lead. They trailed by 6 coming out of the halftime break. They've outscored the Hilltoppers by 10 here in the third quarter.
Another turnover.
Arizmendi knocks down a 3.
Timeout, WKU. What a run by the Owls.
Greg Collins wants to talk it over, and Florida Atlantic bringing some of the heat from Florida up to Bowling Green. They are on fire, a 12-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. It's a 7-point advantage for Florida Atlantic with 6:08 to go. We'll step aside with the Owls rolling here in Bowling Green. Owls are 4 for 4 from beyond the arc, coming out of the locker room. Nearly made it 5 of 5 as Destiny Jackson couldn't hit the three. Ball's loose. Arizmendi picks it up and knocks down the triple.
Yeah, give that three, even though Arizmendi made it, give that to Haley Walker. Just great hustle getting that ball and then getting the assist.
1:46 to go here in the third that has been dominated by Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, WKU has only scored 2 points in this quarter.
And Florida Atlantic has 18. That's another 2 right there for Tori James and a much-needed bucket.
Tori James has got all 4, both on drives to the basket, just like that one.
Well, a bucket right here would completely change the trajectory of this game. Looked like Florida Atlantic would potentially run away with it. If the Hilltoppers can find a bucket here, that will change the narrative going forward as we approach the end of the third quarter. Big-time 3, Callie Rose West.
Yeah, she doesn't shoot a lot of them, but when she does, she's effective. She's 4 out of 6 now for the year.
She doesn't shoot them a lot, but she has been efficient so far from behind the three-point line. That cuts the lead down to 5 and changes the momentum back in the favor of Western Kentucky until Grace Karstensen gets in on the action for Florida Atlantic.
That's a big match that time by Karstensen.
This is a Florida Atlantic team that shoots just 32% from 3. They shot 67% in that third quarter from beyond the arc. West gets a big-time bucket, and that cuts it back down to 6 and keeps the Lady Toppers within striking distance. Florida Atlantic yet to score here in the fourth quarter. It's a 3-0 advantage in that category in favor of the home team. I hear Vua puts it up off the glass.
That's what she does. She had a 2-on-1 that time after they broke the press. And if a team's going to press, you have to make them pay by attacking and scoring. It doesn't do any good just to get it across. You need to make a team pay, and that's exactly what WKU did.
James, jumper. Threw a dart right at the front of the rim and missed it. Bond, the offensive rebound, though. West thinking about it. Now will launch it and knocks it down.
Thought about it. Like I said, she is a deceptionally really good three-point shooter.
Callie Rose West with her second 3 of the afternoon, and we are notched up at 42 apiece with 2.5 to go.
So you like runs. You got plenty in this game.
8-0 in the final frame in favor of Western Kentucky. Florida Atlantic needs a bucket, and they need it badly. Onua kicks it. Arizmendi counters with a huge 3 of her own. And the first 3 points for Florida Atlantic here in the fourth quarter. Western Kentucky needs a stop. Florida Atlantic would not be disappointed with some insurance points. And they'll get them right there.
That's the assist by Moores.
Western Kentucky needs to make up 5 points in 53 seconds. James trying to get 2 of them right there. She can't put it in.
And that's probably the best offense WKU has had tonight, to be honest with you, is Tori James going to the basket. Did a good job of kind of clearing out that right side.
10 points on the day for Tori James, the sophomore out of Clarksville, Tennessee. 2 for 4 so far at the line. 70% free throw shooter.
Needs to make that one, and I think FAU will call timeout on the make or miss where they can advance it to half court. Takes away the full court pressure of WKU.
And James got both. And there's the timeout you mentioned, Leanne Freeland. Wanting to talk things over. 49.3 to go. Destiny Jackson, one of the worst free throw shooters on this Florida Atlantic team, will inbound it. In it goes to Arizmendi. And now Jackson back with it. Jackson scored 9 points in the first half. She hasn't scored here in the second. Bucket here would be huge for the Owls. Jackson driving, gets tangled up. Moores can't hit a 3, and Schelling pulls down the rebound and a blank shot clock for the Hilltoppers.
Don't have to have a 3.
Schelling picks up her dribble. Ahirvua had it stripped away up against the sideline. And a timeout called by Greg Collins with 10.8 to go. Looking. Ball deflected out of bounds by Arizmendi.
Yeah, they may have missed the lob to Tori James.
And if anybody's going to catch a lob on this Western Kentucky team, that's who it would be.
I think they're going to run the same play again.
A little bit better of an angle, you'd have to think, closer to the scorer's table. And it goes Ahervua down to 7. Gets it to Bond. Bond steps back. Schelling, a long 3 on the way. No good. And Florida Atlantic hangs on. Delegde missed it at the horn. And the Owls storm into Bowling Green and walk out with a 3-point win, 47-44 over Western Kentucky. Well, that's going to do it for us here from ESPN Plus. For our producer, Ethan Carlson, our director, Tyler Heisman, for my partner, John Butler, I'm Cruz Martin saying good night and so long from Bowling Green. FAU on top of WKU, 47-44.
It's going to be difficult to get passes around them.
Baldo knocks down the triple. Mia Baldo, the freshman out of Patterson, New Jersey. Max Preps Player of the Year in that state, able to can her first triple of the afternoon.